just how I know I'm coming at your job, man. My nigga say relationship is very official, man. You know what I'm saying? Free me, my nigga. Free me. I've been down Kevin Salas, nigga. I'm so official, nigga. For sure, man. Free Roddy, nigga.
OG got another one.
I'm so official. I do what I want because I know that I can.
Yo, what up? What's happening? You already know it's your guy, Fatty. Outside looking inside, surviving prison. Come on. Hey, first I want to thank everybody for reaching out to me, checking on me, making sure that I'm good, telling me to hurry up and get back on here, and all of that. I appreciate it. I've been trying so hard, but I've been having some technical difficulties, and I really ain't understand how to get back in, but we finally figured it out. So I'm back, and I ain't going nowhere. You feel me? So hit that subscribe button, that like button. Got a whole bunch of stuff coming up for y'all. Just been working hard, planning, and putting stuff in position to win. Just put myself in a position to win. Got a clothing line launching in January, so you will be able to see it. I'm gonna have it on all of the outlets, all the social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Gonna have a website, and also gonna put some on here so y'all can see it, check it out, and maybe go on there and order. It's gonna be real nice, really classy stuff. So yeah, thanks for checking up on me. Like I said, I'm back. I got a email from a young lady. She was telling me about her husband that's locked up. She asked me a question. He's locked up for involuntary manslaughter. He got his GED since he been locked up. He been locked up for 15 years. He got a parole board hearing coming up, and unfortunately, he got caught with 2 cell phones. She asked me what did I think about that. I think that that's really bad. The parole board is really gonna frown down on that. And it's like a strong possibility that he won't be released when he go to the parole board. I wish I could say that he was, but really, with this COVID situation, a lot of stuff been different. So it's a small possibility that he will be released, but the parole board really don't like letting people out because. For the simple fact that's their job, and if they let everybody out, then they ain't got no job no more. You know what I'm saying? So they look for any reason to keep somebody in prison. So something big like a cell phone, they definitely will try to give you some time. I was in a situation like that myself. In one of my previous videos, I spoke about how I had a assault on the CO. It was due to a cell phone. They ain't found it on my person. They found it close to me, and they put it on me, and it was mine, but they didn't find it on me to just cuff me up how they did. So little scuffle ensued or whatever. I ended up getting placed in a hole for attempted assault and on the CO, and but later those charges was dropped. But the ticket that was wrote was in my file. So when I went to the parole board still talked about it. Even when I ain't said like, oh, well, the ticket was dropped. I was found not guilty. They checked the camera and none of that cared. All they just needed to see that I was like involved in any of that type of activity. So let me explain what's going on in Ohio. In Ohio, it's a paper, and it's three paragraphs, and each paragraph got a box in front of it, like a check box. Like if this applied to you, then check. So I can't remember what the third one was, but I remember the first 2 because I went 3 times before I was released, and the first 2 times I got the first 2 boxes checked. The second time I got the second box checked, and the third time I was released. But that first box is we don't think that this inmate is ready to go home because of the nature of his crime. Bow. That's that first box. The second box is during incarceration, the inmate was involved in criminal activities inside of the institution. So we deem him unfit to return to society because he's going to continue these activities outside in society. So that box checked. So we're getting caught with a cell phone and being locked up for involuntary manslaughter. It's like a guarantee that you're gonna get both of those boxes checked. But like I said, with the COVID situation, he may get blessed. He may get a blessing, some type of blessing. Hopefully, I hope he get a blessing. Hope everybody get a chance. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But it is things that he can do to offset that. He got involuntary manslaughter, so he definitely want to do victims awareness. Probably want to do thinking for a change. If he had any drug or alcohol issues, he probably want to do AA, NA, and just get in every program that he can get in. And she said that he signed up for some programs, but it's a waiting list. You got to keep going. Get in the ones that don't have a waiting list. I don't care what it is. If they got a teach you how to speak Spanish class, get in that class. Because you know what, when you inside of there and then you involving yourself in all these programs and all these classes, it's removing you from the BS. That's what it's doing. It's removing you from the BS. It's taking up your time. You ain't got no time to sit around and think yourself into some mess, because you always on the go. You always got something to do. And then when you done doing that for the day, you tired. You ready to go to sleep. You probably got time enough to do some homework, take a shower, eat, make a phone call to your boo if you got one or whatever. Play a couple cans of cards if you ain't got, and then get in the bed and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You removing the idle time, and is actually make the days go super fast too. Yeah, so that's that with that. Somebody asked me what was my biggest challenge coming home. My biggest challenge coming home was staying focused on my plans and the goals that I made for myself during my incarceration, because I still was affiliated with people that's in the streets, that's doing their thing in the streets. So I knew that all I had to do was just come home, get home, and show up to a place, go to a neighborhood, or what I'm saying, make a phone call, and they gonna come through and they gonna lay it on me. They gonna lay it on me heavy too. You know, so I wanted to stay away from that, man. I wanted to give myself a chance, and coming home from doing all the time that I did, and then getting out here and seeing it, like everything that glitter ain't gold. You don't know what's going on with a lot of these people. A lot of these people that I know that's still out here and they doing their thing. They done been caught up and they out here working. They telling on people, setting people up, and all type of stuff. Or even if they ain't telling or setting people up, they doing good, and somebody may be telling on them and setting them up. You don't know if the police watching them. You don't know what type of issues they done have with somebody else, or with somebody you in the car with them and they come and shoot the car up while you in the car, or it's just a whole bunch of different things that you got to think about and be aware. My biggest scare from that is hanging out with somebody that's in life and they already being watched by the police, the feds, or whatever. And then I pop up and it's like, damn, who is this new dude who we ain't never saw him before? So let's check up on him. Let's take his picture, and then let's check up on him, and then they check up on me and they see like, oh, he got this hanging over his head. Let's pull him in. Let's watch him for a while. Get something on him. You know what I'm saying? Just get him hanging out with him, and then bring him in and threaten him. If you don't cooperate, wear this wire and go in there and get us some information, then we gonna mess you up. Holler at your PO and get you back in, because you affiliated. You know something. So me, I'm not I ain't gonna do no telling. I ain't gonna do no telling. So to not even have myself in that situation, I remove myself from that situation. I don't come around. I don't go out. I don't hang out. I don't go to the trap. I don't do none of that. We still talk. We probably meet up somewhere and eat a sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? Every blue one, but man, I work, man. I work, and I'm living the family life, and it's great. It's good to me, man. I'm blessed. I wouldn't have it no other way. So yeah, that was one of my biggest challenges right there. Oh yeah, just to give y'all an update, I've been talking to a lot of people that's incarcerated, and due to the COVID-19 situation, like everybody that I talk to, they in different institutions, and all the institutions is kind of doing it the same. They got everybody separated from each other, each pod. So if you got 6 pods in the prison, so a pod is where they housing inmates. So it may be like 200 people per pod, per cell block. So how they doing it is you just allowed to mingle with those 200 people that you already with every day, all day. You're not mingling with like pod 1 ain't mingling with pod 2 or none of that. You just with your pod. You go to rec with your pod. You go to child with your pod. You do everything with the same 200 people that you see every day, all day. Ain't no seeing nobody else. The visit rooms closed. They got video visits through JPay. So if you don't know what JPay is, it's jpay.com. You can go on there. You can put money on inmates' books. You can fund their media so they can buy music and email stamps and stuff. You can send them emails. They can send you emails. I know that's how it is in Ohio. And California got JPay, but they really don't have the email system set up yet. I had somebody in Cali, but they 2 people, they recently just came home. So happy for that. I'm trying to get a live interview with them on here. So stay tuned. We're gonna do that. But yeah, it's jpay.com. Go on jpay.com. It's simple to set it up. You just need an email number and an email and and a phone number, and you can get that set up. You have inmate search. You know their name and their number. You type it in, it'll pop up, and you can get on there and send emails and stuff. It's cheap too. It's like $12. You get 60 email stamps, and with that you can send emails. You can send them pictures. You can send them e-cards and stuff like that too. So check that out if you ain't know nothing about that. Um, um, what else I got going on? Oh yeah, I want to say this too because somebody sent me an email. It's important. Like if you got somebody that's incarcerated, don't give up on them because it's different inside of there, especially when you did a lot of time. Like, and I went in there young, and everybody that was around me, we all went in there young. So it was a group of us, and we actually grew up and became men inside of there. And we became men together. And then you can use the word institutionalized because we was institutionalized. Well, I was institutionalized, and a lot of them still in there, so they institutionalized. And I'm gonna tell you a real quick story. This is gonna be real fast. Like I got a friend that's in there, and this my guy, this the homie. Like we done went to war together. We done sat down and ate food together. We done did everything you could do in the penitentiary together. Besides the funny business, you know what I'm saying? We did everything together. We grew up together. This is like my brother. And since I've been home, I was invited to come back inside of the one of the institutions that I was in. So I went back inside, and I was really pumped to go in, and I was pumped to see him and a bunch of other guys because I was out on the compound. It wasn't like they had me shielded or nothing. It was I'm walking on the compound. They took me into the room with everybody in there and locked me in there. This was before the COVID thing too. So they locked me in. Now, I mean, I wasn't locked in there, but I'm in there, and everybody's sitting there. I'm up on the podium with a microphone. I'm answering questions. I get to talk to them. I get to hug them. You know what I'm saying? A couple people crying. They so happy to see me, and it was a good experience for me. And so when I get back home, I gave out my number to a bunch of people. So they called me, and word got to me that my guy was mad at me, and I'm like, man, what did he possibly be mad at me for? And he was mad at me because I didn't walk no drugs into the institution to him. And it's like, man, for real. Like at first, I was upset. I took him off I had him on JPay. I sent him videograms, or you can send videograms too through JPay, 30-second videograms. Send him videograms, send him pictures, send him money, everything. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't figure out. Like, well, at first, real quick, I was upset, but then when I sat and thought about it, I'm like, damn. Bruh, institutionalized. And I remember when I was in there, we used to sit and we used to have conversations about people that came back in the penitentiary. Like, damn, when he coming back up in here for? We ain't bringing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't even that type of party once you get out, because I'm trying to tell them, forget everything that's going on in here. Forget the hustle. Forget selling cigarettes. Forget you know what I'm saying? Forget all of that. It ain't weighing up to what's going on the other side of this gate. This stuff that's going on in here, the money that you making inside of here, and you can make some money. You can make a pretty penny in there, but that stuff is not worth it. It's not, it don't weigh up. It just don't weigh up. And that's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, I'm out here now, bro, and I see what's going on. And that's why I'm telling you this. Like, you know me. You know me. You know I'm about the business. You feel me? And if I'm telling you, forget that, that ain't about nothing, you need to just go ahead and sit down, tough it out, and get out here, man. Because when you get out here, like me, I was kicking myself in my butt for a long time for waiting so long to get on track to get out here. In there trying to be slick. It ain't gonna work out. Just so yeah. So he in there, he's still institutionalized. We haven't spoken nothing, but I'm gonna reach out to him and say something to him. I don't know if I'm gonna speak on that situation. I probably should, because it might make me feel better. I ain't the type of person that can just feel like I got something that I need to say and won't say it. You know what I'm saying? Just giving myself a little bit of time, run it through my head a little bit, talk about it a little bit, get other people's perspective on it, and then, you know what I'm saying, I can go back to him and we can talk. But like I said, he's my brother, so I'm definitely gonna get back at him. But yeah, don't give up on your people that's incarcerated, that's locked up. If you got somebody that's locked up, now it'll be a great time to, you know what I'm saying, just drop a line. Hop on that jpay.com and check it out. I'm telling you, it's simple, and you can help somebody's whole week, whole month, for real. Help them out. Show them a little bit of motivation. Let them know you love them. Let them know you still there for them. You feel me? But yeah, that's it for right now. I'm gonna like I said, I got a lot of stuff coming up. Technical difficulties is finito. So now we back and we gonna be back. So outside looking inside, surviving prison. Hit that subscribe button, that like button. Hey, and keep sending me them questions. We about to get it popping, you feel me? Y'all be safe. Wear a mask. I'm out. Hit that like or that dislike, however you feel.
I do what I want because I know that I can. I'm so official. I done paid my dues, so homie, I'm a made man.